Warning, this video contains juicy theories for the ending of Yakuza 7, and naturally contains spoilers for the game. If you finish the game, stick around and enjoy some tinfoil hat theories. Thank you and enjoy the Closet Weeb show. Now we have to address the elephant in the room before we get into the juicy tinfoil hat theories, and the most obvious one is this. What's gonna happen to Kume? After murdering Masato in cold blood, there's no way he gets away scot-free, at least not without going into hiding. There is a chance Bleach Japan's legacy will continue on through its other members, but it'd have to happen discreetly moving forward due to Kume's public murder of Masato, and with a new figurehead. Kume could pull the strings of Bleach Japan behind the scenes and mastermind the group's actions in hiding, but either way, he's gonna need some help. If this is the route Yakuza 8 wants to focus on, I think a new, corrupt politician will inevitably rise through the ranks to take on the Bleach Japan mantle, serving as a key reoccurring threat to Ichi and the gang. With the older installments of the game focusing a ton on Yakuza infighting and conflicts between clans, I think Yakuza 8 is going to lean into this whole Yakuza versus society direction to give the series a more modern take. This is a big brain move on RGG Studios' part, considering it's mirroring so much of what's been going down the past few decades for the Yakuza in Japan, post anti-Yakuza laws. The dissolution of the Omi Alliance and the Tojo clan show the same magnitude to the Yakuza world as the real-life split of the Yamaguchi Gumi in 2015, Japan's largest Yakuza organization at that time, and there are no signs of the Yakuza decline slowing down. Masato Arakawa. Alive? Okay guys, I hope you have your tinfoil hats on because this theory might mess with your brain. What if Masato Arakawa actually survived at the end after getting stabbed by Kume? I know this sounds ridiculous, but let's examine some evidence as to why this could be plausible. At the very end, when Ichi walks away from the gang after Sayako breaks the joyous news that he'll be staying in Yokohama, we get a glimpse of Masato's last words. "Keep living, Ichi. Starting over from rock bottom, huh? I'll take those odds." Now, why would someone nearing death even think about betting on their future like this? "I'll take those odds" implies he hasn't given up on living yet. Also, when Ichi starts running to seek help from Masato, we don't actually get any glimpse into what happened between then and the funeral scene at the end. The cutscene skips straight to the Kamuro police station, where Adachi gives Horoniuchi his comeuppance. Now, I know a common objection to this theory would be, if they buried his body, how could he possibly still be alive? Well, remember, this is a Yakuza game, and the Yakuza series is no stranger to faking deaths and using body doubles to bring back characters. I mean, in the game alone, there are a couple examples of RGG using this. Ichi and the gang used a body double for Tendo to get an edge over Masato. And let's not forget Yunsu Kim, a body double of Jungi Han, who died in Yakuza 6, whom RGG probably created to bring the likeness of Jungi Han back to the series. And to put the cherry on top, let's not forget our boy Kiryu, the dragon of Dojima, faked his death to retire and take care of Haruka. I don't think the body in the casket at the end being a body double is as far-fetched as we think. And with all the investment RGG put into building the character of Masato, what's not to say they'll do all they can to preserve his life for use in future titles. Now, I know that keeping him alive could cheapen some of the other events, like Masato not getting his comeuppance for all his deeds, but I feel like this justice can also come through nabbing Kume in the next installment, and may not have to come from Masato's death. Ichi's next move is no secret. He's gonna repay the debt he feels he owes to all the friends he's made in Yokohama, and flat out tells us this during the funeral scene. In Yakuza 8, it's pretty clear we can expect to see Ichiban in the midst of leading the effort to restore the balance to the city once more. And let's not forget, at the end of the game, Ijincho is in shambles. With the death of Chairman Hoshino leaving the Seiryu clan with no leader, Xiao stepping down as ringleader of the Liumang and handing the reins to Sung Hui, who will lead the Gumi Jewel and the Liumang, it's clear that Ijincho is going to need all the help it can get. And another angle we have to consider too is this. Ichiban is not limited to just helping as a former Yakuza. This might sound a bit crazy, but he could very well rerun for political office, or take on a more odd jobs approach to restoring the balance of Yokohama, similar to RGG's Judgment. In the events leading up to the battle with Masato, we already know Ichiban has the ability to earn the trust of the public despite being an ex-Yakuza. So what's not to say he can't do it again? Plus, he has all the incentive to do so. With the Yakuza left very few places to turn, in future installments we could see Ichi playing a bigger role in reintegrating the Yakuza, and broken gangs in general, back into society. In any scenario, I think politics is going to play a much bigger role in the future Yakuza installments, since this is clearly set in a post-Yakuza world. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I have a feeling this direction is going to help us humanize a ton of characters from the Yakuza series, as characters will no longer have to rely on tropes like undying clan loyalty to bring depth to their characters. We can already see this in Ichi when he decides to take his own path when asked by Daigo and the OG Yakuza gang what his next plans are. He wants to bring Masumi Arakawa's vision of reintegrating broken clans back into society, but in his own way, by helping the family he had built on his own accord, i.e. the Yokohama Squad. I personally think this is beautiful, as Ichi's decision to stay in Yokohama reminds us that family isn't necessarily dictated by age-old clan titles and tradition, but can manifest itself into anyone we meet along our journeys. Ichiban as the protagonist is already a testament to the new direction RGG is taking. His obsession with Dragon Quest is such a smart decision because it really opens up the floodgates on what is possible combat-wise for the game. Traditional JRPG elements from high fantasy games like summons and magic are brought into the series and we don't even question it. On top of his obsession with Dragon Quest, he's also just a dude who wears his heart on his sleeve, and he isn't afraid to get vulnerable, so it's hard not to root for him. It really brings a new energy into the series that we haven't seen in a long time. All in all, I'm super excited for what could come next, and I think RGG has successfully breathed new life into what could have been a dying franchise. If you've enjoyed the theories in this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single upload. On The Closet Weeb, I'm looking to find the answers to life's questions, one JRPG and anime at a time. And I hope you guys will be there during my search. As always, thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Ciao.